Welcome to the main event. This is True Ring News Network, your ringside access to WWE news and drama. Subscribe and let's rumble. The electric atmosphere at AEW Worlds End captured a moment that will be remembered for years. Jon Moxley, after a grueling battle, didn't just win a championship. He made a statement for every fighter who works tirelessly day in and day out. With the Death Riders celebrating alongside him, the arena was buzzing with energy, anticipation, and raw emotion. This wasn't merely about holding a title. It was about acknowledging the sweat, effort, and passion behind the scenes that often goes unnoticed. In wrestling, moments like these transcend the sport. They touch the hearts of fans and fellow wrestlers alike. Moxley's post-match words resonated deeply, turning a championship victory into a tribute to hard work and determination across the wrestling world. The climactic victory. After an intense and punishing match, Jon Moxley emerged victorious, physically drained but emotionally charged. The win wasn't just about the title, it symbolized the culmination of relentless effort and perseverance. Wrestling fans know that each match is a test of skill, strategy, and endurance, and Moxley had just showcased all of these. The arena's energy reflected the fans' admiration for his resilience and grit. With the Death Riders rushing into the ring, the celebration wasn't just personal, it was collective. Each slam, throw, and maneuver that led to this moment was amplified by the crowd's roar, making the victory feel monumental. It's moments like these that define careers and remind fans why wrestling is so thrilling. The story isn't only in the match, but in the journey to the top. The arrival of the Death Riders. The Death Riders' presence amplified the significance of Moxley's win. Their energy mirrored that of the crowd, creating a shared sense of accomplishment. Fans could sense the camaraderie and respect between the team and Moxley, making the celebration feel genuine rather than scripted. In wrestling, alliances and partnerships often shape the narrative, and the Death Riders played a critical role in highlighting the importance of teamwork and shared victories. Their presence underscored that success is rarely solitary. Behind every champion are supporters, friends, and teammates who contribute to the journey. This moment celebrated both individual brilliance and collective effort, reminding everyone that wrestling thrives on community and shared passion. The crowd's anticipation. As Moxley slowly regained his footing, the audience was electric with anticipation. Every movement, every pause was met with cheers, chants, and heightened excitement. Wrestling fans are emotionally invested not just in the outcome, but in the narrative, the struggle, triumph, and personal stakes of each competitor. The tension before a post-match promo is almost palpable, as fans eagerly await the words that could define the story. Moxley climbing the turnbuckle symbolized triumph, and the crowd's reaction reflected their recognition of both his skill and his effort. This interplay between performer and audience is what makes wrestling so compelling, creating a shared emotional experience that extends far beyond the physical match in the ring. The championship moment. Chris Castagnoli stepping in to place the title around Moxley's waist was a ceremonial yet profoundly significant moment. In wrestling, the act of crowning a champion is more than symbolic. It acknowledges the hard work, dedication, and journey of the athlete. For Moxley, the title wasn't just a personal achievement, it represented the sweat and sacrifices of everyone striving to succeed in the Continental Classic. The crowd's roar amplified the importance of the gesture, creating an atmosphere of validation and recognition. These moments often become defining in a wrestler's career, combining spectacle with deep emotional resonance. The celebration of victory is not just about winning, but about honoring the journey that led there. Moxley's words to the crowd. When Tony Schiavone handed Moxley the microphone, the audience expected a typical victory speech. Instead, Moxley paused, looked out at the crowd, and shifted the focus entirely. His words went beyond personal triumph, emphasizing gratitude and recognition for everyone who had fought and struggled alongside him. By giving a voice to the hard-working wrestlers and fans alike, Moxley transformed a championship moment into a heartfelt tribute. This ability to connect with the audience and highlight the broader wrestling community is what sets memorable moments apart. Fans weren't just witnessing a win, they were witnessing acknowledgement of their own passion and commitment to the sport. It was a masterclass in turning victory into inspiration, a tribute to hard work. Moxley's speech emphasized that the championship title belonged not solely to him, but to every fighter giving their all day in and day out. This acknowledgement of hard work resonated deeply with the audience, many of whom relate to the grind, effort, and persistence in their own lives. Wrestling, much like life, rewards determination, resilience, and consistency, and Moxley's words highlighted that universal truth. By celebrating the collective effort, he reinforced the idea that success is rarely solitary. The fans erupted not just for the victory, but for the recognition that their own dedication, whether as wrestlers or supporters, mattered. These words elevated the moment from a standard celebration to a message of validation and inspiration. The crowd's reaction. The arena erupted in response to Moxley's heartfelt acknowledgement of everyday fighters. The energy shifted from celebratory to emotional as fans felt seen and validated. Wrestling audiences are deeply invested in both the athleticism and the storytelling, and Moxley's speech created a shared moment of pride and connection. Cheers, chants, and applause echoed throughout the venue, demonstrating the impact of his words. This reaction highlighted wrestling's unique ability to merge performance and emotional resonance, turning a single promo into a communal experience. Fans left the arena not just entertained, but inspired, reminded that their efforts and passion are appreciated within the larger wrestling community. Celebration with the Death Riders. The Death Riders' presence wasn't just celebratory, it symbolized solidarity. They represented support, loyalty, and shared triumph. Wrestling often emphasizes individual glory, but Moxley's acknowledgement of his team reinforced the value of collective effort. The visual of the group celebrating together sent a powerful message. Victories are more meaningful when shared with those who contributed along the way. Fans witnessed not only Moxley's success, but the bonds that made it possible. The synergy between Moxley and the Death Riders created a lasting impression, reinforcing themes of friendship, teamwork, and mutual respect. This moment highlighted the humanity behind the spectacle, showing that wrestling is about people, relationships, and shared dreams. Post-match reflection. This wasn't just a post-match promo. It was a reflection on the journey, the effort, and the spirit of wrestling. Moxley's decision to shift attention from personal triumph to collective recognition elevated the moment beyond the confines of a ring. Fans witnessed a rare blend of athleticism, storytelling, and heartfelt tribute, making the experience unforgettable. Such moments define the sport, offering both inspiration and entertainment. Moxley's exit through the crowd with the Death Riders emphasized that wrestling is as much about connection as competition, leaving audiences with a sense of awe and shared celebration. It was a reminder that behind every win lies a story of dedication, resilience, and community. The essence of wrestling is more than moves, slams, and titles. It's a saga of human effort, emotion, and connection. The AEW Worlds End moment encapsulated the passion, dedication, and camaraderie that define the sport. Moxley's post-match words reminded everyone why wrestling captivates audiences. It's raw, emotional, and deeply human. The celebration of both individual and collective effort created a story that transcends the match itself. Fans felt recognized, inspired, and part of a larger community. Moments like these highlight the artistry and heart behind wrestling, proving it is as much about storytelling and human connection as it is about athletic competition. Final thoughts. Jon Moxley's victory and post-match tribute at AEW Worlds End exemplified what makes wrestling truly special. It wasn't just a championship celebration, it was a recognition of effort, passion, and community. By honoring his fellow fighters and engaging the crowd, Moxley transformed a singular victory into a universally resonant moment. Fans were reminded that dedication matters, that victories are sweeter when shared, and that wrestling's magic lies in its blend of performance, emotion, and connection. Moments like these make the sport unforgettable, leaving lasting memories for both the performers and the audience alike. It is this mixture of sweat, skill, and storytelling that keeps fans invested, excited, and inspired.